Hello, 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 hello. All right, viewers, come on in. You know what time it is. It's 6 p.m. It's Monday. It's Green Table Senior Care Talk Show time.
Hello, hello, hello.
All right, viewers, let us know. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a hello in the chat, a yes in the chat if you can see us, if you can hear us okay. Just want to make sure we do a mic check. 1, 2, 3. Make sure everything is good. Everything sounds good. Everything looks good.
Good. I'm checking one more thing.
All right. Got a thumbs up. I see. Okay. Well, listen, we're going to go ahead because, listen, we have a great show on this afternoon and we want to get it all in. And so let me formally welcome you to the Green Table Live Talk Show. I'm Jessica Wright.
And I'm Mishonda Blue.
And we are your co-hosts of the Green Table Live Talk Show, where we do all things here on the Green Table. And so, you come to get resources, you come to get great conversation, be a part of a community of like individuals who are experiencing the same things. And so we are here just to inform, to sound the alarm on all the things dealing with senior care, whether you're a caregiver, whether you're a business owner, whether you are soon to be caregiver, whatever the case may be, you need to tune in, you need to subscribe, you need to check your notifications so you can be notified when we are on and when we're talking on the Green Table. So that's all about the Green Table. Ishana, tell our viewers a little bit about who we are.
We are your senior care experts. We are registered nurses. We have been in senior care for a combined 40-something plus years. We have been owning and operating our own senior care business for over 18 years, Innovative Senior Solutions. And we are your number one choice for adult daycare. And we also have franchise opportunities. We can't wait. I think that may be our next topic. We'll see. But we'll be talking more about our adult daycare franchise opportunities and how you also can have your own adult daycare through Innovative Senior Solutions. So that's who we are on tonight.
All right. I see our viewers checking in. Hi, Vanessa. Listen, we're live not only just on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on LinkedIn. So listen, if you're checking in with us on any of those platforms, hello. We're going to be kicking off today Mental Health Awareness Month. So it is May, you all, and so it's Mental Health Awareness Month. And so we're going to have a powerful conversation on this evening about protecting your peace, mental wellness for seniors and caregivers. And so I think it's going to be great. I know it's going to be great.
It's going to be great.
So listen, if you know someone who needs to be in the room, go ahead and tag them in the chat. Go ahead and share this on your platform because listen, we want to make sure, we want to inform everyone of the resources. We want to do some powerful talking, some conversation we're going to have. And so listen, we're just going to unload.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, let's get started. I want to start by just talking about how when it comes to seniors now, the first thing you may notice is some changes, right? Some changes in mood, behaviors, and you just may not know exactly what it is, but you do notice a change. Well, don't be afraid or don't wait too late to say anything because now it could be Alzheimer's, dementia related. It could be, but it could be mental health related. So that's another reason why you want to say something soon. When you notice it, you want to get them to the doctor, get it properly diagnosed so you can know what proper treatment is needed, right?
Yes, most definitely. So recognizing when something's off, right? Don't just take it as, oh, they're having a bad day. This is just something, let me overlook it. Look, if something is not right, you know this is a change. This is something different in their mood, behavior, their activity. This is a warning sign.
This is a warning sign.
Yeah. So do not ignore.
Yeah. Yeah. So that you can get it properly diagnosed and properly treated. Yes.
Okay.
That would be number one. That's going to be our tip number one.
All right. Let me see. I want to pull out something to protect your peace. I have some tips for protecting your peace. As you know, a caregiver, we need to be able to protect our peace. And so this is mental health awareness. We're going to cover all the things. She's going to talk about them.
And you're talking about a caregiver, so
Yes.
a family caregiver.
So she's coming from the signs and symptoms of a client you may see. I'm going to talk about how you can protect your peace as a caregiver, right? Because I know we have a lot of caregivers on. And so one thing that I want to say is schedule time for you.
Love it.
This is like very important. Like as a caregiver, I've been a caregiver. I know a lot of caregivers we have talked to, and this is one of the things that they say they wish they would have done, that they could have been a better caregiver for their loved one if they scheduled time for themselves. Because how can you be a great caregiver if you are lacking, or if you're in need, or you're not at your best self? And so it is important that you schedule time for yourself, for you to reset, for you to refill, whatever the case may be. That is my tip.
Well, I'm going to piggyback on that because I know our senior loved ones need to protect their peace as well. You know, I am just such a big advocate for having someone to talk to. I think that's important for our seniors as well as our family caregivers. And I think that helps protect your peace as well.
Yes.
Knowing that you're not the only one, that, you know, other people are dealing with some of the same things. So I think that's important to have that someone you can talk to, whether it is you can say spiritually or professionally,
Yes.
Whichever avenue is best for you. But I think that's a good way to protect your peace.
Yes. And so I have my second tip. It kind of goes both ways as well. This is for the caregiver and for the client. It can be applied for either one. And this is setting boundaries without guilt. And so, you know, whether you are a client and you have this mental illness and you need to set boundaries. You need to make sure you're protecting your space. You're not letting people in your space that could, disrupt you, right? So setting boundaries. Also, as far as with caregivers, how to set boundaries. It has here, it says setting personal time, visiting hours, just making sure you have boundaries, right? Because we can keep going and going and going and we won't turn off. So we got to set boundaries, whether it's for self-care, personal time. If you're having you're taking care of a loved one and you need to set boundaries. When can you come? When should you not come? So I think this applies across the board. Setting boundaries.
I love that. I know we were just talking about that in our strategic planning about setting boundaries, and sometimes you have to say no or not right now because stress can really set people off, right? And that can be definitely an indicator. So I love that, setting boundaries. That's something I'm getting very newly acquainted with. I'm better. But just let's take a pause before you, because I know we're going to do at least one more tip or two. But I wanted to talk about what are different types of mental health challenges. And I'm not sure everybody knows what that means when we say mental health. And so I'm just going to list a few examples of mental health. Depression was number one on the list. So depression, anxiety, a lot of worrying, restlessness, or fears. That can lead to anxiety, loneliness, and social isolation. How many
Yes,
times?
we always talk about this.
Yes, yes, because we know a lot of seniors live at home by themselves. They may have home care, they may be having services, but they are spending the majority of their time at home by themselves without enough interaction. So that loneliness and social isolation has came up again. Cognitive decline, we talked about that a little bit earlier. It can be from memory loss or confusion, or it could be early signs of Alzheimer's or dementia.
Yes.
And this is another biggie for seniors, grief and loss.
Oh, this is huge.
Grief and loss. So struggling with coping with the death of a spouse, a friend, declining health, all those things are some mental health challenges.
Oh yeah. And we, again, these are just things that we just kind of overlook. We kind of just put it in, let me just deal with it, or, just kind of sweep it under the rug. But we got to identify it, we got to acknowledge it, and we got to do something about it.
Do something about it. Do something
Yes.
about it. And Jessica, they list the challenges for the family caregiver that are slightly different.
Let's talk about it.
So caregiver burnout.
Yes. I actually have a caregiver, Vanessa, asked. She wants suggestions to schedule time for self-care. How can she do it? Because this is real.
It is real.
This is real talk.
Yeah.
And so, we got to talk about these things. And so, viewers, chime in. If you are a caregiver, tell us how you schedule time for self-care, because this is important.
Well, I know for me, I have to put it on the schedule. Like I schedule doctor's appointments, I schedule my work day. I have to just go ahead and put it on the schedule as a one of those events that I got to get done.
That's real.
Because if I don't schedule it, it don't happen for me.
Yeah. I agree with you. For me, I just, I know certain days, this is my day. I think I was listening to someone else and they was like, Fridays is my day that I just take and I do self-care things. And so, and you can just do, you do an array of things, what you can do, but just get you a day or put you some time blocks on the calendar. I think we were in our strategic meeting and someone said the 12-hour week or something. I don't know. I'm messing it up. But they had blocks of times where they just scheduled through their work day, through their day, where they took 5 minutes. Let me just take a breather and reset. Yeah. So this is very important.
Yeah. So caregiver burnout, which is emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion from long-term caregiving, chronic stress, and we talked about stress due to juggling so many responsibilities like work, caregiving, and personal life. 3, anxiety or panic attacks, especially when feeling overwhelmed or unsupported. And we see that a lot with family caregivers. We talk about how it can be a family of 10 and one is really carrying the load for whatever reason. Depression was also listed here for family caregivers as well. Feeling of hopelessness, guilt, or loss of interest in things they once enjoyed. So there you go, taking that time to get control back of your life. And then this was interesting. The 5th one was sleep disorders. Sleep disorders, difficulty sleeping due to constant worrying or disrupted routines.
Yeah. I can definitely see that, as a past caregiver, through the night you're listening. I mean, it's just, you're listening out, make sure they don't get up, they don't, they don't hurt themselves. So yeah, you're kind of always on edge. You're always, trying to make sure your loved one is okay. So
it's like you never had that time to totally relax.
Turn off.
Yeah. That's why that respite care, I'm sure Jessica's going to get to that, but that's why respite care is so important as a tip for family caregivers for sure.
Well, I think this is a perfect segue. We're going to talk about resources.
Yeah.
Resources for caregivers, resources for seniors, for clients. let's talk about it. And so the first one I have is this is a Georgia crisis access line. This is, you can call if you're having any your family member or whoever you're caring for is having any mental episodes of mental crisis. You can call these individuals, the Georgia Crisis Access Line. They will talk you through it. They will actually come and send someone out to assess the individual and see if they need to be taken into inpatient for further assessment. And so their number, I'm going to put it in the chat as well, but their number is 1-800-715-4225. That is a Georgia resource.
Okay.
I also have a national alliance of mental health also, and I have the website, and it's the acronym is NAMI, so it's www.nami.org, and there's free education support group and helpline on there, and then that's a national alliance program. But we do have some resources also that would help individuals with programs, local resources. Innovative Senior Solutions is a resource where we can help. We put on respite services. We have caregiver support groups that are held at our locations. And so those are just some things that we have and can help you with as far as mental health awareness.
Yeah.
Now, we do have some other programs, some day programs and things that also offer mental health. And we have, let me make sure I get it right. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's see, that's the Georgia Crisis. We have New Hope Clinic. This is a local resource here in Americas. It does mental health assessment, counseling, care for adult, teens, and children. So this is a New Hope Clinic. It's in Americas. I'll put the information, their contact information, but that is a local resource for mental health assessment and counseling for all ages.
Okay. I saw you had Perry Wellness Center.
Perry Wellness Center. This is a peer-led mental health and substance abuse program where they have wellness activities and holistic support. I will also list that, as well as Middle Flint Behavior Healthcare, which is also a local resource here in the Sumter County areas. I know we also service in Albany, and they use Aspire there, and Phoebe Behavior Health. So just some local resources.
Again, if you ever have questions, you guys can always contact us, DM us, call us. We can definitely connect you to a resource. But Jessica's going to put some phone numbers in the chat. And just recapping on today, we just wanted to make sure in supporting Mental Health Awareness Month, making sure everyone is kind of aware, number one, what it is, and number two, some tips and resources on things that you can do if you encounter those concerns. So do we have any questions on tonight, Jessica, before we close out? Let me double check as well.
I don't think I had any other questions other than the one we've already addressed, but please, viewers, chime in if you know of things that you have done to create wellness as a caregiver, your mental health, for peace, things that you have done that has been beneficial. Please put them in the chat. If you know of other resources for seniors, please also put those in the chat. We want to be a community. Everyone have different experiences, everyone and have different challenges. And so please, this is a safe place. This is a community of individuals where we're trying to educate, we're trying to support here on the Green Table Live Senior Care Talk
We
Show.
got one question. Vanessa wants to know, can we give her some suggestions, some resources for Macon, Georgia?
I can, I will.
And hello, Vanessa. And let's see, hello, Miss Betty. She's going to look up some resources for Macon, Georgia, and we'll put them in the chat if we don't get a chance to do it before we finish today. To definitely be in the chat, and when you watch the replay, you can see it there. But we will definitely put that in there for Macon, Georgia.
Yes. I'll put it in the chat and I'll DM you, Vanessa.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Well, that is it for today. That will conclude our talk for tonight, but we will be back next week, next Monday, live at 6 o'clock. As usual, here at the Green Table. We gotta move we gotta situate the camera so they can see the green table. We are at a green table.
Most
but
definitely.
But anyway, we'll be back here next Monday. Just anything else you want to add before you close us out?
Yes, I just want to say let's break the stigma around mental health, right?
Yes,
Especially in caregiving. Let's prioritize your peace, ask for help.
Yes.
Rest without guilt, and you are not alone.
That is good. That is real good.
So, again, we love you. We thank you all for tuning in every Monday, and we will see you right here, right back next Monday here on the Green Table Live Senior Care Talk Show. All right.
See you soon.
Bye.